I would remind everyone that Pilar Gold project is the start of the production of a gold producer in Brazil. We are going to produce an initial year of 40,000 ounces per year, up to a target of 80,000 ounces a year.
We're at Resemin's main manufacturing operation in Lima in Peru. What we're going to do is we're going to take you machine by machine. We've got 5 machines on order.
This is key to our production restart goal. Once we're having this equipment, we would be able to start blasting from Pilar mine, which would be the first mining line.
Our fleet has been designed at Pilar by our mining engineers and planning engineers.
We are talking about 40 years life of mine, Stijn. I mean, I don't know how many mines you can talk about that they have 40 years ahead of them. Anyone that wants to participate, they just click on the link that it's on the description. Just leave your details on the landing page, and one of the IR members would get in touch with you. It's very easy to participate.
Today we're having a chat with the Pilar Gold team, some of which are right now at the Resemin Factory in Peru, looking at the newly ordered equipment for the Pilar Gold mine. But before we dive into the exciting updates from both Peru as well as from the Pilar Gold mine, Enrique, I would love to start with a high-level overview of what Pilar Gold is all about for anyone watching who might not be familiar.
Thank you very much for hosting us here. I'm very happy to be here with you, and I would remind everyone that Pilar Gold project is the start of the production of a gold producer in Brazil. We are going to produce an initial year of 40,000 ounces per year, up to a target of 80,000 ounces a year. That was once achieved in 2017, and we believe we are in a wonderful situation to have it back again. We are expecting production to restart as soon as next month, and this is why we are having Richard and Max there in Lima, in Resemin Factory. This is the supplier that is going to give us the equipment needed for this restart of the production there in Pilar mine. Just reminding everybody that Pilar Gold is a complex that has 3 underground mines called Pilar, Maria Lázara, and Cayamar. An open pit project that is called Tres Buracos, which would be in line during 2027. This is what we are expecting to count on for this target that I talked to you about. And with this partnership with Resemin/Sotrec, which is their Resemin partner in Brazil, we would expect that this goal would be accomplished successfully. So Richard and Max, please just let us know how it is going there.
Yeah, so I don't know if you can hear me over the noise here, but we're at Resemin's main manufacturing operation in Lima in Peru, just outside of the capital, and it's a very, very impressive operation. Every bay here is full. They say they've got a backlog of orders here. They output about 180 to 190 million of turnover every year, producing only underground drilling machines. That's their niche. That's their speciality. They employ just under 1,000 people, and from what we've seen so far, it's very impressive. What we're going to do is we're going to take you machine by machine. We've got 5 machines on order. We'll take you through each one and show you the specification and show you where we're at in terms of the construction.
Well, thank you very much, Max, for the introduction. Very excited to dive into the machinery. So while you and Richard reposition, Enrique, perhaps we can talk about the significance of this equipment for the Pilar Gold mine. What will it really allow you to do over the next few months as this equipment trickles into the mine site?
Well, that's a very good question, Stijn. First of all, this is key to our production restart goal. Once we're having this equipment, we would be able to start blasting from Pilar mine, which would be the first mining line. After that, we will incorporate Maria Lázara and Cayamar, but Pilar mine is our near-term objective. And these machines here, the 2 Mukis, the Troidon, the Raptor, are the ones that are going to help with this specific mine. I mean, these machines, you will see right now when they show the characteristic of them, the 2 of them, they're called the Mukis. They are the low-profile machines that we need for the specifics of Pilar mine. And this would allow to start with a ramp-up. We believe that we would be having our 4,500 tons per day plant at a 30% capacity until December. This would allow us to generate some good revenue right now until year end. And this is exactly what we need at the moment, Stijn. I mean, these are the key, and we are we really thank Resemin and Sotrec for being so so good with us, so receptive, and for being so efficient. I mean, they're just so good and so quick in terms of delivering time.
And Enrique, you of course mentioned 30% capacity up until around December, after which you'll ramp up significantly for hopefully a 40,000 ounces a year in 2027.
Yeah.
But should we already expect some profitability, some profitable months perhaps later this year?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I will give you some rough numbers now, Stijn, but given our current production plan, we expect to have a 30% capacity. I would expect $16 million in revenue until year end. I mean, this is rough numbers here. We know how gold has behaved this year, right? But we believe that from now on it's going to increase. I think right now we are talking about 4,700. I'm not going to take that as a basis, but I'm talking from a $4,500 the ounce perspective. And after that, it will be increased, right, Stijn? As I told you, our plant capacity is 4,500 tons per day. Until we reach that in 2027, we have several months to go. Once we have Maria Lazara, Cayamar, and Tres Buracos in line to feed the plant, well, you can imagine the profitability of Pilar Gold. I mean, it's just exciting, Stijn. It's been so many years since last time Pilar produced in 2024, and right now we are so close.
It's incredibly exciting, and as we speak, Max and Richard have arrived at the first piece of kit. So, Max, what are we looking at?
Yeah, thank you. So this is, you probably recognize it, it's a Raptor 55. Now, the difficulty we have at the moment is we've got a technical malfunction, so apologies. We can't seem to turn the camera around, so we're hoping we're going to give you a little bit of a sense of this machine from behind, from this angle. So I'm going to hand it over to Richard to tell you all about what we're going to be using this for at Pilar. So apologies about the technical difficulties.
Hi, Stijn. Great to be back again, and nice to see you again, Enrique. So anyway, we're in front of a Raptor 55, which is a rock vault machine, and that does effectively, it installs all of the rock vaulting or rock support in the mine. So it's quite a large machine, but it's fully computerized. Yeah, I know. Okay, so basically with this one, the mining engineer or planning engineer inputs the design of the rock structure, etc., and the rock support that is required. It is input into the machine. You press the button, and it does it all on its own. So it's going to be a great time-saving machine, extremely efficient. Remembering that all of these machines here are with Caterpillar engines. So Resemin have a joint venture with Caterpillar. In Brazil, it's called Sotrec, which is just a Brazilian agency for Caterpillar. As Max getting off the machine now. They're fully articulated. The machine turns around. You'll probably be able to see this hydraulic motor here. And that turns around 360 degrees, so you can bolt the walls, the floor, the roof. So it's a great little machine.
Richard, you can say that Resemin is full of work right now at the moment, right? Factory is full.
Yeah, I mean, the factory is full. There's no getting away from it. I'll try and do you a little here. There's 20 bases, so they're working on 20 machines at any one time, or building 20 machines at any one time. They're exporting all over the world. Previously, I thought I didn't think they were so big, but looking at the internet, they are number 3 in the world, and I would suggest at the rate they're expanding here, within 12 months, they should be number 1 in the world. They've been exported from right across to Australia, the Africas, the South Americas, and North America.
Wow.
That's incredible.
I've got 2 machines next to each other now. They've moved the machine around for us, which is very good. So we've got the Muki FF. So it's much smaller machine. Wheelbase is about 1.5 meters. So this will allow us to get into the room and pillar with the lower roofs. Again, I'll try. I can do it better on this camera angle, actually. So if you take my head height is here, the roof is fully adjustable. So it can come down to approximately 2 meters. So we can work in any heading or any front lower than 2 meters in height. And then next to us we're here, this one's going to be a little easier to walk around, is the Muki FF. Again, that's for the room and pillar or narrow veins. It's the LHBP 2R, if anyone wants to do a little bit of searching on the internet to find out what it is. So it's another great machine. It's a long hole machine. So with the boom and motor, I'll try and do it. It's very difficult when you can't see in the screen. Uh, there we go. Just keep adding. You have a machine here which stores the drill rods, and you keep adding on the drill rods for the long hole. So it means you can drill longer holes.
And Richard, when you're drilling these holes, it's to stuff them, I suppose, and then later blast them, right?
Exactly. There are other things that can be used for cable bolting, etc., for rock support if and when needed. But again, the little computer screen here, it's fully programmed, literally a download on a pen drive, and it can also be done through Wi-Fi. So if we've got our Wi-Fi underground, all programming can be done from the mine planner's office. It's a great little machine. And again, the operators, they just have to sit on the machine and watch the computer for different drilling rates, etc., drill speeds. But it's going to be a great little machine. I'm very impressed. It's the first time I've seen this one, actually. But I'm very, very impressed.
If Richard is pleased with what he's seeing, right? I mean, I couldn't be more happy with all of his expertise. I mean, he's the man to know about the machinery that we are going to receive.
Yeah, what I actually like about this smaller one, Stijn and Enrique, is, everything is 360 degrees. It's a little set up a little bit different to the others, but for the long hole machine, it's 360 degrees and 360 degrees. So you can drill at literally any angle you want.
That is truly incredible. And you mentioned these are the little ones. Is there also a larger counterpart we should be looking forward to?
Very much so, and you'll be seeing that in a couple of minutes.
Excellent, Richard. Thank you very much for taking us along here.
No problem. Just give me a couple of minutes to walk up to the next one.
Enrique, perhaps this is an interesting time to be talking about the different mining strategies as you will be applying here. Of course, a vein system like you would have at Pilar pinches and swells. So do the different machineries, really come into play at different parts of the vein structure?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. For example, as you've seen here, the Mukis, they are the low profile machinery that we are acquiring here. They are specifically good for Pilar mine, for example. Right? Of course, there are machines that you can use for all of the different kind of mining that we are having. But for example, when we are including Kayama is a different kind of mine, underground mine that we are having. This will need a different kind of machinery. And of course, when we are incorporating Tres Buracos, which is our low strip ratio open pit project, starting in 2027, you could imagine that the pieces of machinery are going to be completely different, right? But the good thing about Resemin here is that they are allowing us to build our tailor-made machinery here with all of the characteristics, the specificities that we need. Our technical team have been in touch with Resemin's managerial team, and we are having our own machines, which I believe it's very good, Stijn. I mean, brand new specific machines that go according to our necessities. It's a miner's dream.
Okay, gents, I've actually arrived here now. So it's a little bit noisy up this end, but this is the twin boom jumbo. The name's Raptor. Much better machine. It's used for the decline for the main drives. Excellent perforation rates. Again, all Caterpillar powered. I'm trying to show you the best I can, but again, it's very difficult with the camera in this angle. Again, these are the hydraulics that they're installing at the moment. There's a little bit of work to do on this one yet. Fully automated. Joystick controls, steering wheel just around the corner here. Hopefully you can see it. I can't see the screen. But again, Caterpillar powered. Everything is available in Brazil through Sotrec. So, I think, I don't think, I know, we can't go wrong with these machines. These machines are going to take Pilar forward.
Yeah, that's something interesting that you mentioned there, Richard. Of course, the maintenance side of buying a fleet. Of course, when you buy new equipment, you hope it will work at least for a few years. But at some point, you will need to do maintenance on your fleet. And then having a brand that is, has deep roots within the country you operate in makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, very much so. Anywhere these are standard motors from Caterpillar, and you can try and find one here. But I've seen here filters, Caterpillar filters, Donaldson filters, so they're all readily available. Tires are readily available. Hydraulic hoses, filters, Parker filters. They're everything a worldwide supply. There's no problem at all with parts for these. And I think the other thing, Stein, is standardizing. When you have these, a lot of companies go out and buy various machines, various models and makes. This is one thing we are becoming extremely efficient at Pilar. We're standardizing these models. So we'll have the same spares for each machine. We don't have to carry various filters. We'll only keep one type of filter. So, and same with hydraulic hoses. We'll have a stock of hydraulic hoses, hammer motors, etc. This is a beast of a machine, an absolute beast of a machine. You can't see the height there, about 6 meters in height, and it can drill up to about 9 meters in height. So, a fantastic machine. It's much larger than the others. But again, the perforation rates are much quicker as well.
It's really, what an incredible opportunity it is to see behind the scenes here, huh?
Yeah, it is indeed.
Yeah, it's beside, it's certainly behind the scenes. Anyway, this is a Muki FF, another great machine. Small again, 1.5 meter axle base. Just trying to show you some of the setup here. It's actually up, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's up in the sky now, full extent. So that's probably about 6 meters in height. Again, Atlas Copco compressor, Caterpillar engine. You can see how easy it is to access the fuel filter, for example, here now, the oil filter. There's nothing, everything has been very well thought out here, and they're extremely well designed machines.
And you said this was a smaller one, but still 6 meters in reach is quite impressive.
It is indeed. It is indeed. The other one, the larger one there, that's sat about 6 meters now, that could go up to about 9 meters in height. But again, they're different applications. Each machine has its own application, and our fleet has been designed at Pilar by our mining engineers and planning engineers. So we know what we need. And we're going to go forward in large strides.
Excellent, Richard. So those were the 5 pieces of kit that we were looking for?
Yes, exactly. So Max is down here now talking to the guys and looking at the parts. There's another lot of parts that have come in here this morning for new machines. But you think they're building around about 150 machines per year here. That does take them into another league, and they're looking at expanding. Congratulations to Resemin. I mean, they're doing a fantastic job. First-class materials. I think they will go forward fast, and they're going to be a great partner for us.
It certainly sounds like it, Richard. So is it correct that Pilar Gold has ordered one piece of equipment per type?
No. There are two there are two of one of the smaller machines. One of the larger machine. There's a long hole machine and a rock bolt machine on a smaller scale. So it's because of the room and pillar mining and the stopes. Obviously, we want to get the stope ore out as fast as possible because it's higher grade. So that's why there are two machines. And we also have the fallback then with the smaller machines. So if we have a breakdown, hopefully we won't. But if we have a breakdown or maintenance, we'll still be able to keep on going with the other machine.
Excellent. That's quite an extensive assembly of kit, Richard. Thank you very much for taking us along there.
No problem. And
thank you, Rich.
That's okay, Enrique. Hopefully you'll be out here soon and you'll enjoy the walk around as well. But I think they're going to be a great partner for us.
Perfect. Well, Enrique, that was a really incredible exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the kit you have ordered. Now, I would love for you to talk about how the next few months will look like from a production perspective as you hope to go back into production somewhere in September. What do you expect as you ramp up for the rest of this year?
Basically, we are restarting production in Pilar once we have everything in place, including this equipment from Resemin, right? Pilar mine, just as a reminder, is our main mine, underground mine. It's located right next to the processing plant in PGDM, our complex in Goiás. And we will start there feeding the plant, the 4,500 tons per day processing plant that we have. We are expecting a ramp up of 30% processing capacity until December. In the meantime, we will have Maria Lázaro and Cayamar, the other two underground mines that we have. They need to be pumped out, and then they would have to go through the conditioning works that every underground mine that has been watered needs to go through. I mean, it's just a matter of timing, so they will be ready to be online during 2027. I would argue that beginning of 2027, because right now the current market environment is really pushing us towards this anticipation of the normal process here. Also as another reminder, with Pilar and Maria Lázaro, we are talking about an average grade of 1 gram, 1.4 gram per ton. This is a very good grade, but with Cayamar, we are talking about 2.5 or 3 grams per ton average. We can actually expect it to be a little bit higher. After that, in order to better improve the feed of the plant and to have it running 24/7, we will have Tres Buracos, right? Our open pit project coming in 2027 as well, which is a very low strip ratio open pit project, and this would really help us with the ore that would go through the plant, right? I mean, it's very exciting, Stijn. We would have this ramp up. I believe we would be able to produce around 3,000 to 5,000 ounces this year, right? While we were accelerating our ramp up, and to complete next year with 40,000 ounces. This would be our first target, and I would expect this to eventually become an 80,000 ounces per year producer. It has been in the past. There is no reason why it shouldn't be right now. We have 40 billion ounces in resources right now. This is from our 43-101 from 2021, right? It was measured at a gold price of $1,700 the ounce. So I believe when we update our 43-101, which is something that we are doing at the moment with the current market environment as well, we could be able to reduce the cutoff grade, increasing our resource base without actually doing nothing, right? Because the whole ore that it's actually existing underneath becomes more valuable. So it would be more feasible to extract economic value from that. So we would expect a huge upside from that. And also our 43-101 didn't include some parts of our existing assets in the resource base. So I would expect a huge potential from the 43-101. I don't want to talk about numbers right now, but 4 million ounces is right now. It's very good at the moment. We are talking about Pilar mine, 40 years life of mine, Stijn. I mean, I don't know how many mines you can talk about that they have 40 years ahead of them, right? And at this rate, it's just fantastic. Yeah, I mean, this is 80,000 ounces per year, Stijn. This is our medium-term target. I think we are in a very good position to accomplish that.
And what timeline should we expect that updated NI 43101?
Well, it should be beginning of 2027, Stijn.
Perfect. And of course, Pilar Gold is currently doing a financing to finance the restart of the mine, as well as this incredible kit that we just looked at with Richard and Max. Perhaps you can talk to us about how that's currently going and really how much more funding is required to restart the Pilar Gold mine.
So, as you know, we started with a 5 million Canadian round at 0.3 Canadian dollars the share. Happy to say that we've been oversubscribed in that part, and we've increased this round to 10 million Canadian. And I will tell you why. Because right now the perspective is so good. It's time. Not only the external perspective, meaning the current market environment in terms of gold price, but also in the conditions of our mines, that we believe that this additional money would really help us to accelerate the ramp up. For example, as I told you, in terms of Cayamar, this mine that hasn't been mined since 2015, the average rate is 2.5 to 3 grams per ton. We could actually anticipate that mine and get it in line. It's 40 kilometers away from the plant. We could just process the show and benefit from this huge grade at the current price. I mean, if we could anticipate that, we would generate exciting short-term revenue, right off the bat, right? So this is what we are looking at right now. If If not, we would do a slower ramp up, starting with Pilar and Maria Lazara and having everything ready for 2027. It's just a matter of timings rather than eventual probability of success in the production restart time.
Enrique, perhaps a great moment to also talk about how can anyone watching potentially participate in Pilar Gold?
Yes, Stijn. So anyone that wants to participate, they just click on the link that it's on the description. Just leave your details on the landing page, and one of the IR members would get in touch with you. I mean, it's very easy to participate, and any doubt that you might have, you will be answered to.
And Enrique, perhaps we can talk about the terms of the financing. What valuation is this 30-cent round happening at?
Well, Stijn, we would be talking about a valuation of 148 million Canadian. This is pre-money. Post-money would be 158 million Canadian. We believe there's huge re-rating potential, always considering that we would be listed next year. Short-term value creation is going to be fantastic, and I'm welcoming all of our shareholders to be during the next months.
Perfect. And of course, also we have to talk about, you are currently a private company. What is the vision to list Pilar Gold over the next few months to quarters?
Yeah, so we are planning to have Pilar public during the next year. We are exploring several pathways to do so. Right now, we are in negotiations with a shell that is listed on Nasdaq. Right. So we believe that would be a possibility. If not, as a plan B, we would IPO during next year. But I truly believe that there is a very high possibility of being listed on the Nasdaq during 2027. And that would be wonderful news for our existing shareholders this time, and also for the shareholders to be in terms of short-term value creation, right?
Perfect. Well, Enrique, Max, and Richard, thank you very much for your time. Tremendously appreciate this behind-the-scenes look at Resemin.
Thank you very much, Stijn.
Thanks for having us on, Stijn.